Hello. Okay, we're going to take 5 minutes to wait. Good morning. It's a bright and early day. I hope your bodies are feeling good and ready to move. I'm Emily. I'm subbing for Sacha's Pilates Fusion sculpt class with weights. So if you have weights, great. If you don't have weights, also okay. You can use water bottles, cans, something that gives a little resistance. And yeah, let's get going. Oh, one more note. Please respect any injuries and limitations that you might have. I'll offer a whole lot of modifications. I myself will have to modify a fair amount because I am 17 weeks pregnant. So listen to your body. It's okay to modify. On that note, let's get moving. So let's lay down. I like to have my arms in a goal post position. This is my favorite way to start a class, especially when it's bright and early like it is today. Let those knees sway side to side. And one more time each. just letting things loosen up a little bit. Okay, here's where it really gets yummy. Put the weights down, but accessible for a moment. You have two options, depending on your flexibility or how deep you want to go into the stretch first thing in the morning. You can start with your hands behind your head like a pillow and open up with your inhale and exhale, close. It's a great way to start. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Or pick those weights back up. Straighten those arms out. You're going to start, relax your head down. You're going to start by reaching your top arm past the bottom one. So let me change my perspective for a moment. Reach the top arm past the bottom one, and then we're going to open it up. Reach, open, and let the weights help you find a deeper twist. And sweep it down and around to close. If you still want a little something more, I love this. You're going to straighten the bottom leg, let the top one relax down, so we're just increasing our range. Reach the top one, open, and yum. Sweep the arm down and around. Bypass the bottom one to open. Let's just do 3 big, juicy stretches. Reach. Sweep the arm down and around to close it so that we're not lifting directly up to the ceiling first off. Relax that neck too. I don't want you adding strain to your neck in what should be a relaxed, eased into stretch. And close. And let's do the other side. It's always great. You can do even just one with your hands behind your head to open up, see where you're at today. Or you can go right into the bottom, this is the top arm reaching. It is, the brain is still waking up. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. You're gonna sweep the arm down and around. Or you can go another step. Straighten the bottom leg, rest the top one, reach the top arm up and sweep it open. And down and around. And again, reach up and over. Reach, reach, reach. And down and around. One more. Reach up and open. Get that nice juicy stretch. Sweep it around. Good. And just lay on your back. I'm going to turn back around this way. Okay. I'm putting the weights down for a moment. Let's hug your right leg in. Circle. And other way. Circling that thigh. Good. Take your hands behind your leg and let's reach it up and down. I personally feel a little bit like the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz, right? You know, I need my oil can, just oil things up a little bit, ease into the day. Reach it up, hold it, walk your hands however high you can hold, and circle that foot. Really pass through the flex. Pull each individual toe back into the flex if you can. You'll feel more stretch through the foot, the intrinsic muscles of the foot, and then back into your calf and Achilles. Hold the flex. Really push the heel up. Root the hips down and just hang here for a breath or two. Breathe through it. And then take your left hand to the outside of your thigh, your knee, your calf, your ankle, wherever you can hold on, and cross it over. Let's take your right hand, put your thumb or the pad of your thumb into the crease of your hip and push that hip down away from you as you pull the leg across and towards your ear. So it's not just across your body. You're trying to cross it over your midline, but then pull it back towards your ear still. and open to the outside. Hold wherever you can and open it. Reach through this other side to help ground you to the mat. And other leg. Hugging that left thigh in, circle it. We're just starting to lubricate that hip joint, right? Our Tin Man moment. And reverse. Just 3 circles is good. Take your hands behind your thigh. And this beginning, just straightening and lowering, once again, kind of eases into the stretch. You know, the first time it's creaky, and then a couple times later, it's maybe a little less so. Hold it up. Walk your hands however high you can hold, and circle. Circle, pass through that flex, and then reverse. Flex. Flex. Flex and hold it. Reach up through the heel. Try and pull those toes back to your nose, even if it's a little uncomfortable. Let's take 3 deep breaths. And cross it over. And take your left hand, the pad of the thumb or the thumb itself, and put it into the crease of the hip, that fold of the hip, and try and push your hip away from your stomach so that you're giving yourself a little more space in the hip. It also helps keep you anchored to the mat. Take that left hand and let's open the leg to the outside. Reach through this one. Get a little extra length through the front of your hip and thigh. Okay. Let's pick those weights back up. We're going to start to get those abdominals working. So plant those feet down, squeezing our thighs. An important part of our core is the muscles surrounding the pelvis. So I want you to engage the outer booty, the thigh, what I call where the booty and the thigh meet behind the leg, and those inner thighs. They all work as a team. And then you pull that pelvic floor, your undercarriage, you pull that up, and you corset your stomach and waist to the mat. That alone should be work. And now we add layers to it. So without losing the connection of the pelvic engine here, you're going to inhale in preparation, exhale, curl up as you reach your arms next to your hips. Inhale down, exhale, curl up. I'm wearing something dark, so it's hard to see, but what I want you to be mindful of is what's going on down low in your pelvis. I don't want you clenching your glutes so much that you're over tucking in the pelvis. Keep your tailbone down, and as you curl up, you're trying to bend a lot higher up in those abdominals as you keep the tailbone down, pelvic floor up. Good. Hopefully you were still doing these as I was talking. I'm a talker. Inhale down. Let's do one more. Exhale. Hold it here. Holding it. Squeeze the inner thighs. Reach the arms longer. Pull the pelvic floor up. And let's sink the abdominals even deeper. You can even put a hand on your stomach and pull your stomach down away from your hand. And relax. We're going to go into something called dead bug. Turn those hands towards you. Bring your legs to tabletop. And still, even though we're going to be moving our legs, I want you to squeeze outer booty, thigh, and inner thigh. Your legs are going to be straightening one at a time away from you and return. At the same time, one of your arms is going to be reaching in opposition. Inhale, you reach. Exhale, you pull from the abdominals to return. Inhale, you reach. Exhale, return. Keep moving as I talk. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Now, often we get a little clicky in the hips or your hip flexors start to fire up. To prevent that, I want you to imagine a hand on the flat of your foot, on the flat of whichever foot and leg are moving, and actively push that hand away. Push the wall in front of you away. Whatever visual works for you. But the idea is you're using the back of your leg, the resistance you're imagining, you're pushing from back here so that the front of your hip doesn't fire up. Let's do one more each, finishing to the left so you're even. Inhale, press out. Exhale, return. Inhale, press out. Exhale, return, and relax. Great, your abdominals should be getting a little warmer. And now we move on to the hundreds. This is where the heat really builds. So you have a couple options. You can leave your feet down, tabletop, or straight up to the ceiling, or whatever angle you can sustain. Your head can be curled up the whole time, or you can be down if your neck starts to strain. I'm going to have to modify myself a little bit. So just work with whatever works for you today. Let's reach your arms up to the ceiling in preparation. Inhale and exhale, curling up, reaching your legs wherever you can, and pump. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3. 4. Squeeze from the backs of your legs. Whatever your position is. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. We're halfway there. 6 in. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9. Okay. We're going to bridge. And let's take those hands to the mat. If you need to put the weights down so you have more support with your hands, that's fine. If you can, keep holding them and push the ends of the weights or the cans down. Your feet are planted, and I want you to put more focus in the heels than the toes. Squeeze the thighs, and now use only your abdominals to curl the tailbone under. So you're not clenching the glutes to move the tailbone. I want you to use only your abdominals to curl the tailbone under. And now fire up the booty and the backs of your legs to peel through the spine up into your bridge. Push those arms down. Get them working. Inhale here. Exhale. Roll through the spine. Inhale in preparation. Exhale. Outer booty. Thigh. Inner thighs are squeezed, but then use only your abdominals to move the tailbone and roll it up. Squeeze the inner thighs. I don't want those legs released. Inhale here. Exhale. Roll through the spine. One more, and we're going to hold it. Inhale here. Exhale, roll. Hold it here. Make sure you're not arching in the back. I know kind of looks like I am, but keep that low back long. And let's bring one leg at a time to tabletop. Inhale in preparation. Exhale, one leg to tabletop. Keep pushing through the heel of the leg on the mat. Inhale down. Exhale, switch. The goal here, the challenge, is to keep your hips from rocking side to side. It's like you're having tea on your pelvis, and you don't even want a ripple in your... Inhale down. Exhale, switch. One more each. Let's hold it here and squeeze the tush to pulse up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we switch. If you're tight in the quads and the hip flexors like I tend to be, you're going to notice your range might be a little smaller. That's okay. As long as you feel the work in the booty and the back of your thighs, that's great. And 10, put your foot 10, inhale, exhale, roll through the spine, inner thigh stay strong, pelvic floor stay strong, and relax. We're going to sit up. Put your weights down just for a moment, but accessible. We're going to work through that spine a little bit and try and loosen it up. So hands behind your thighs, feet are rooted down to the mat. Put more emphasis on the heels, imagining you have a penny underneath your heels. You're actively pushing it down to fire up the backs of your legs and prevent those hip flexors from taking over. So push the heels down, pelvic floor up. Use those arms for resistance and find maximum stretch in your low back. And exhale up. Inhale back. Push the heels down, pull the pelvic floor up, and you're scooping. I know The dark clothes makes it hard to see on the black mat, but I'm really trying to get the low back down as low as possible without losing the connection through the backs of the legs. Inhale, scooping, scooping. Use those arms, find even more stretch. And keep going like that if that's the level you're at today. If you'd like to add on, pick up your weights, reach those arms forward. Push the heels down, pull the pelvic floor up, and round back. Inhale. And exhale, tall. And rounding back. Inhale. Scoop, scoop, scoop. And exhale up. And rounding back. Scoop, scoop, scoop. And up. One more time. Round back, inhale. And exhale, scoop. We're going to round back, hold it, and add an oblique element. Once again, if you need to take a hand behind your thigh to help you, great, no problem. Quality over quantity. I'd rather you take that assistance and find, really get the juice and all the benefits out of the work. So round back, hold it. Anchor one arm in space. Pull the oblique back on the right side. So anchor your left, pull the right oblique back, and open that right arm however far you can. Exhale, bring it back. Other side. Inhale. Scoop the left oblique, anchor through the right. Reach through the right. I like to pay attention to energy flow through my body when I work out. And in this instance, I want you to reach in equal and opposite directions through the anchoring arm and through the moving arm. You're not going to be able to get as much range in the moving arm if you don't have something reaching in opposition. Reach through the left and the right. One more each. If you need to sit up at any point between them, that's okay too. Sit up and shake it out. Okay, let's put the weights down and we're going to prop ourselves up on the elbows behind us. You can also do this laying down completely, but it might just be, it prevents different, it is challenging in a different way. So I encourage you to prop yourself up on the elbows if you can. But what I don't want to see is us sink into the shoulders, right? So we're building an arm work by pushing the arms into the mat and lifting out of your shoulder blade, out of your shoulder joints from the back, okay? We're going to pull the stomach to your spine so that you're in a C-shaped contraction as best you can as you lift out of your shoulders. Inhale, preparation. Exhale, bring your right leg to tabletop. Keep scooping in the abdominals and don't let your back arch. Don't let it happen as you lower the leg. Inhale and exhale. If you find that this alone is a challenge, maintaining that C-shaped contraction and not letting it compromise an arch, then keep going here. If you can, bring your legs to tabletop. Once again, think of pushing the wall or an imaginary hand away as you scoop in your stomach and reach through the right leg. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, scoop. Equal and opposite directions. You can't push your legs straight if you don't have equal energy scooping through your abdominals in the other direction. Inhale. Once again, if this is enough of a challenge, great. If you'd like to add on, I want you to imagine your feet in the reformer straps. We're going to reach your legs up to the ceiling. We're going to do leg circles. So lift out of your shoulders, scoop in the stomach, open, down and around and up. 2. I don't care about the size of your range. I care about the quality, the control, and the keeping of your abdominals in that C-shaped contraction so you're not feeling this in your back. If you're feeling this in your back, stop. I don't want that. 5 more. Picture the resistance of those reformer straps. 4, 3, 2, 1, and other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift out of your shoulders. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're going to frog. My arms are getting sweaty and they're sliding out from under me. So what I need to do is work a little more from the back. If that's happening to you, do the same. Push out with your inhale. Exhale, bend. And 2. Exhale, scoop. And 3. Hollow in the stomach and pull the legs in with active resistance. 2 more. 4. 1 more. 5. I'm going to diamond lowers. So take your legs to an elongated diamond or frog shape. Hinge them down and up. Picture a hand under the heels and push them down. Scoop from the stomach. 2, just to 5. 3, 4, 5, and relax. Let's pick up those weights and lay back down. Let those knees sway for a moment. Whew, okay, so we're going to be doing an alternating straddle and kind of hug a tree motion with the arms. Bring your legs up to the ceiling. Bring your arms up to the ceiling. We're going to alternate. Turn out those legs a little bit. Open with an inhale. The legs open with an inhale. As they close, open the arms and exhale. 2. Use those inner thighs. Think of squeezing a magic circle or some sort of resistance between the heels. 4. 5. There's a direct connection between those inner thighs and abdominals. So try and scoop even deeper as you squeeze those legs closed. 2 more. 1 more. Hold those arms open at shoulder height. Push them down into the floor. I obviously don't have a floor. And we're going to do something called can-can. If you need, well, just stay here for a moment. You're going to alternate 3 rocks, 2, 3. You're going to hold the rock, straighten the legs, bend them back, and do it again. 1, 2, 3. Hold it, straighten, and bend. This is all about your obliques. Your obliques are maneuvering your pelvis from side to side as your upper body stays perfectly still. Rock, 2, 3, straighten, bend. 1 more each side. 1, 2. Use those obliques to move your hips. 1, 2, 3, straighten, bend, and relax. Great. Since I can't lay on my stomach, we're going to work on our hands and knees for a moment. So let's put the weights down temporarily. And we're going to do cat and cow just to get that spine moving even more. So hands under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Inhale in preparation. Exhale, curl the tailbone under, pull the stomach up, and round the back. Feel the space between the shoulder blades broaden. And inhale, lengthen. Your breastbone goes forward and up. Exhale, round. And inhale. And exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale, round. Lengthen. And let's find a flat, neutral spine. We're going to pick up one of your weights. And it's hard to keep it directly under your shoulder. So we're going to start with it slightly back so that your weight can stay perfectly, centered. As if you had both hands down. You're not going to be shifting side to side or hiking one of your shoulders up. So take that weight, keep everything square and stable. Stomach is strong. We're using the back to lift the arm up and down. 2 and down. 3. If this is where you're at, keep going. If you'd like to add on, straighten your right leg behind you. You can keep the toes down to the mat or lift them up. Up is obviously more of a challenge. Up and down with the arms. We're going to do 10 total. 5 more. 5. Don't let your hips stick out to the left. Keep squeezing the tush on both sides. 3. 2. We're going to do 1 more and hold it up. Bend at the elbows for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try not to let it go past the 90-degree angle. 7. So it's not completely relaxed to you. You're still engaging. 9, 10, and pause. We're going to do another arm exercise with this same arm. I'm using the left to start so you can see better. You're going to have your hand to opposite armpit. You're going to pull that elbow up to the ceiling, which is approximately in line with the rest of your back. You're going to straighten the arm to the side, bend it, and retrograde back to where you started. So you unfold it. Feel the shoulder blade migrate across your back. Hold it. Don't let the elbow drop as you now straighten. You bend, reset. Good. As we go, don't let the back collapse. Stomach is strong. This other hand is really pushing the floor away. It is strong. And reach. Then we do 10. Squeeze the thigh on both sides. Reach. Bend. Elbow up. Reach. Bend. 3 more. 3. Reach. Bend. 2. Don't let the shoulder hike to your ear. Keep it down. Bend. 1 more. Reach the elbow up. Stay up and good. Let's do the other side. Stomach is, if you need to shake it out, shake it out. Okay. Stomach is strong. Hips are square. Don't let them wag. And your weight is, your other hand weight is to the mat, somewhat behind your ribs. Up and down. 2. So like I said, if you want to stay with 3 points on the ground, great. If you want to add the reaching of your leg and keep your toes down, great. If you can hold it up, even better. And we're doing 10 total. 3 more. 2. 1. Okay, we add the tricep press. Bend and reach. 2 and reach. 3 and reach. 4. Strong the thighs. Don't let the hips sink. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And pause. We're going to unfold that arm. So you start with the hand to opposite armpit. My right arm is working. You're going to lift the right elbow or whichever it is. Reach the arm to the side. Bend and across. Elbow up. Keep the shoulders down, away from your ears. So it's not your traps working up here. I want more connection to the lats and through the back here. Okay. Up. We do 10 total. Like I said, I tend to talk. I'm sorry. So keep going until you get to 10. I just have so much to say. I want you to do everything as well as I know you can. When you get to 10, which is maybe 1 or 2 more, reach and relax. Take a pause in child's pose. You can open those knees and sit back. Let's walk your hands to the right side of your mat. Your left arm is the focus here. I want you to reach the left as much as you can and breathe into the left side of your rib cage. We'll walk your hands to the other side. Reach it long. Okay. We're going to stand on our knees. So we're completely up. If you need padding, you can always fold up a towel or your mat under the knees. And we're going to start with chest expansion, just like on the reformer. So your arms are reaching down to the floor. You're going to squeeze the shoulder blades behind you and pull the arms back. Look right, left, center, and arms forward. Now, as we work, I want you to keep those legs working as well. To do that, I want you to fire up your inner thighs. Squeeze those inner thighs like you're holding a penny between them. And I want you to fire up the butt thigh. Imagine squeezing that penny from the backs of your legs. So those legs are now working like crazy. You're squeezing the inner thighs and pelvic floor. Your waistline is growing 3 inches taller. Your breastbone is reaching up to the ceiling as you open your chest. And let's do one more, finishing looking to the left first. Left, right, center. Good. And we're going to do thigh stretch. So from head to knees, you are an iron rod. No breaking, bending, or changing your shape. I don't want any tidal waves through the body. So your arms are going to reach up as you hinge back and return. If you're not wrapping and squeezing the inner thighs from the backs of your legs, your knees are going to want to go splayed out wide. Don't let that happen. Keep the inner thighs glued and up. If you have knee trouble, just don't do this one. We're doing 5 total. One more. Good. And let's hug a tree. Open your arms to the side. Keep the legs working. I want them tired. Close and open the arms. So even with these hand weights, and even after having used them and being a little tired, they're really not that heavy. So I want you to add your own resistance. Squeeze with resistance and then push the walls away as you open. Squeeze with resistance. Push the walls away using your back. One more. And open. Take those hands behind your head. We reach up and down. 2. Strong booty and stomach. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's bend to a 90-degree angle next to you. Cinch and lift the waist. Squeeze the tush. Open and close. 2 and close. 3 and close. 4. We're lifting the breastbone as you rotate the shoulders. 6. Feeling the base of your shoulder blades draw together to open. 3 more. 2. And hold it, biceps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, with resistance, of course. Reach those arms forward, cinch and lift the waist. Don't let your hips move as you open to the right. Exhale, center. Don't let the hips move, so you're really, truly twisting in the waist. Wring that waist out like a washcloth. As you twist, can you grow the waist simultaneously? Elongate the space between your ribs and hips. We're constantly fighting gravity in Pilates, right? That's our goal. We strengthen and lengthen our muscles, fighting gravity, lifting everything up, decompressing the spine, working everything up. And relax. We're going to do a reformer exercise called rowing. So your legs are going to be straight out in front of you. If you're hip flexory, turn the legs out, bend your knees slightly, and actively, no matter which position you're in, actively push those heels down into the mat. Imagine that penny again. Let's join your hands together, the knuckles together, right in front of your breastbone. You're going to cinch the waist, squeeze your sit bones, and lift the pelvic floor. And now pull the stomach away from your thighs to round into a C-shaped contraction. That's your inhale. Unfold the elbows. Exhale. Let's push like you're pushing the walls away 3 times. 2, use your back. 1. On the 3rd, you're pushing the arms back and cinch, lift the waist as you round and reach forward. Your arms are reaching behind you, squeezing the shoulder blades as you stretch forward. Now, this is really great for shoulder mobility. You're going to lift the arms up however high you can, reach the back wall. Open your arms to the side walls. Your shoulders are dropping as you try and touch the side walls. Turn the hands and reach forward. Take that stretch. And let's do it again. Push the heels down. Pull the stomach back. Round. Inhale. Exhale, you open. Push. 3, 2, 1. Push your arms. Lift your waist and dive forward. Good. Reach the arms behind you and lift. Push the wall away behind you. touch the side walls. Your shoulders are dropping away from your ears and spreading out. You rotate those arms and reach. One more time. Pull the stomach back, push the heels down. Inhale, open the arms. 1, don't let those shoulders hike. 2, 3, push and dive. If you'd like to take a little extra stretch here, you can lace your fingers together and reach them down to the floor, away from you, as you round and relax your neck. Let your fingers go. Arms lift up. Push the back wall away. Open those arms. Push the side wall away. And then reach forward. Flat back, 90-degree angle with the arms. You're going to hinge with the flat back. I don't care how big it is. Push the heels down. Lift the waist. Hinge. 3 bicep curls. 1, 2, 3. And reach forward. Push the arms back. Sweep them around on the mat. They lift up. Push the walls away. Open the arms and reach. Flat back. Lift the waist. Hinge. And 1, 2. It can be a small hinge as long as you're very elongated in the waist. Lifting that waist away from your hips. Reach the arms around. They lift up. Push and away. One more time. I'm going to face the back so you can see what my shoulders are doing. You're going to hinge back. Reach it forward. Sweep it back. Your arms lift behind you. They reach. Watch the shoulder blades. As you open the arms and turn your palms down, reach them forward, and then sit up tall. It's really great for getting the shoulder moving in all capacities. Okay, put the weights down for a moment. We're going to be using only one, and we're going to be propped up on your right forearm. Take the weight between the knee. If you're using a can, I know this because I experimented. It's kind of hard to hold the can, so don't use the weight if you don't need to. If you can't, we're gonna clamshell up and down. 2, whether or not you have that added weight, you're gonna feel the work. Wrap the thigh as you lift. I don't want those hips. Knocking out of alignment. Keep going to 10. So as your leg is working, which is tiring as is, right? I want you to also lift the waist and squeeze the armpit so that you're not sinking into the shoulder. If your shoulder is bypassing your elbow, that's not good for your shoulder joint. Lift out of it, lift the waist. Pause, lift the lower legs. Now they anchor in space. You rotate up and down. This other hand, put it where you want. Down here if you need the support. 4, lifting out of that bottom arm. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're doing a modified side plank. Push down through this bottom arm and lift the hips off the mat. Lifting up and down. 2, 3, 4. Hold it up. Keep lifting the waist, lifting the lats up and down like a dog at a fire hydrant. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You really have to squeeze that weight. 9, 10, and relax. Let's do the other side. So you're propped up on your bottom arm. Hips and waist are lifted. Weight is behind the knee. Let's keep those heels connected and rotate up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9. 1 more. If you're not using your hamstrings to hold on to the weight, it's going to fall. Low legs are lifted. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9. 1 more. 10. Okay. We're doing our modified side plank. So you're lifting the hips, lifting the waist even more. 1, 2, 3. Work the waist. 4, and work the outer booty. Try and hold it up. Top leg lifts and lowers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. We're going to plank. Put the weights down for a moment. Hands are underneath your shoulders, or if your wrists are bothering you, go down to your forearms. Let's press it out. Now, I don't want any sinking in the hips. I want you to lift out of your shoulders and feel the space between your shoulder blades broaden as much as possible. Using the lats in the armpits, you're going to pull yourself forward and back. Lats, it's not your feet doing the work. If all you want to do is hold the plank, great. Once you do 5, lift one leg up. And same thing, use your lats to pull forward and back. 2 and 3, just 3. Switch. You can also just hold the plank with one leg up. 2, 3. Put it down. We're going to flip it over for an up plank. So legs are in front of you. Your hands are going to be facing your booty, or you can turn them sideways if it gets a little wristy, okay? Hands are facing wherever you can get them. Push the heels down, squeeze the tush, and lift it up. Lift out of your shoulders. I don't want you sinking. You won't have the power to lift into your plank if you don't push the floor way through the arms and lift from the back body. Hold it here. If this is enough, great. If you'd like to add on, let's do 3 leg lifts each side. 1, and 2, keep lifting out of your shoulders, and 3, and relax. Okay, we're gonna go into a standing portion. You'll need your weights. I'm gonna stand in front. The downside being you can't see my leg. Maybe I'll try standing up here. Okay. So your feet are going to be in a V. I want active legs. Wrap and squeeze. Imagine that penny between the inner thighs. Glue them together. If your legs are relaxed, you're not doing it right. You're going to now open. Bring your arms in front of you, and bend for bicep curl. 1, 5, pelvic floor. 6, 7, 8, 2 more, and 9, 1 more. 10, open. And here too, bend and straighten. Add your resistance. 3, 4, squeeze the backs of your legs like you're trying to touch them together in that V. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring them in front of you. We're doing a delt pull on a diagonal. So pull forward and up towards your breastbone and down. 2, 3. If you can, lift your heels off the mat, keeping them touching as you pull, and then lower them down. 2, if your legs are squeezing, the backs of your legs are squeezing, those inner thighs are strong, you should be able to lift those heels with those heels still touching. If they separate, it tells you that you're not engaging enough through the inner thighs and backs of your legs. When you get to 10, we stop. Take those hands behind your head. Shift your weight forward towards your toes, so you have to use even more hamstrings to keep yourself stable, and straighten your arms up and down. 2, 3. I'm going to shrink so you can see. 4, bend and straighten. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. 9, 1 more. 10. We're going to do chest expansion again. This time, the challenge is lifting those heels and holding the balance as we turn our head. So keep the backs of your legs strong. Pull the arms back. That's your inhale. Look right, left, center. Balance is hard, which is why we practice. Left, right, center. But if you're connected through the whole body, the legs, the abdominals, your core as a whole, you will stay in control. Right, left, center. One more time. Left, right, center. Okay, let's go into a slightly wider than hip width position. So your feet are going to be parallel, a little wider than hip width. We're bending into a squat. I want more weight into the heels than the toes, and I want you squeezing the backs of your legs. I also want you to pay attention to your knees. None of this. I want your knees over ankles by wrapping from the thighs. Now your arms are doing a reverse fly. Stomach is strong. 1, 2. I want that stomach strong so you're not sticking that booty out. You're engaging the stomach away from your thighs. 3, 4, 5. Keep going. 6. I'm up and down. It's like a jungle gym in here. 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your palms forward. Stomach stays strong. You lift your arms up and down. 2, 3. Once again, keep wrapping and squeezing the thighs where the booty meets the thigh. And make sure your knees are not doing weird things. Keep them straight over the ankles. 2 more. 1 more. Hold it. Bend. And straighten at the elbows. 2. Reach. 3, 4, 5. Squeeze those thighs. Squeeze the backs of your legs and inner thighs. And abdominals. 9, 10. Okay. We're going to be doing a kind of freestyle swimming motion. Take a look before you try, because there's a lot of coordination involved. So let's start with your left arm up, and actually I'll do it this way. Right arm forward, left arm back. Now we're going to lift the top arm. The elbow is being pulled up to the ceiling and back as the bottom arm goes forward. You're trying to keep those arms as high as you can. Top elbow pulls up and back as the bottom arm reaches. Does that make sense? I don't want to see collapse, right? You're using your back to help lift and transition. It's really the transitions here that make the exercise oh so torturous. I mean, wonderful. It's wonderful. Up and back. Up and back. Up and back. Good. Let's do 2 more each. Try and lift that arm as you straighten it behind you. And then we reverse. This one, your back elbow lifts. Try and keep your shoulder down as your front arm sweeps back. Back arm lifts. Keep it high as you transition. Up and down. 3 and 4. Stomach is strong. If you need to take a break standing up, if your low back's firing up, that's okay. And 6 and 7 and 9 and 10 and shake it out for a moment. We're going to go into a wide turned out position, and you're going to bend into a nice deep plie with your hands behind your hips or your head. Bend. I'm going to stand up again on my jungle gym here. Okay. You're going to keep those heels squeezing inwards and pulse up and down. 1. Imagine the pulse is happening because of the squeeze. You're not gripping your quads. You're really truly using the backs of your legs and inner thighs. 8, 9, 10. Lift the right heel. 1, 2, 3. Cinch and lift the waist. 4, 5, 6. Push those knees back so they're not pointing forward. 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both heels if you can. Otherwise, put them down. 2, 3. Inner thighs. 4. Pelvic floor. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. Okay. We're going to be doing a lungy pattern, working front, side, and back. I'm going to stay up here so you can see the legs. Okay. Start with your feet in a V, and your right leg is going to just go straight forward, like you're from your V. If you were to draw a straight line forward, bend that front leg, push and return. Your back leg is going to stay straight as an anchor. Your arms are going to lift into an L shape with your right leg and then left arm lifting. Push off and return. We do 10. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to come down. 8. Forward. 9. 10. And then we'll do the other side. 1. So opposite front arm to front leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go to this side. Your feet are in a V again, and your arms are going to lift directly side as your leg goes to the side. Side. You bend the right leg that you just moved and close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The power to push comes from the backs of your legs. So push from the back. 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, push. 3. Be mindful of your knee alignment. Because we're turned out through this whole series, your knee and toes should reflect the same angle the whole time. One more time for 10. I'm going to pop back up here. Up and down, up and down. Okay. The back. This one is a little wonky. Right leg will move. It's going to go back. You're trying to keep the knee and toes on the same angle. You're going to push and return. Bend, push, return. Your arms are moving so that the same arm as same moving leg go into that L. Here. And down. 2, 3, push. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's that front leg that stays straight. 5, 6. Stomach is strong so you don't collapse in that low back. 9 and 10. Shake it out. Let's wind it down and do some stretching. Let's sit. Bend your legs into a butterfly. Straighten one leg to the side. We're going to reach up and over. Think of breathing into this side of your rib cage and expanding the intercostals, those muscles between the ribs. With every inhale. Let's turn. Reach chest towards your toes. Breathing into your back to help increase the stretch in your back. And now let's turn the other way. Go from your side position and turn your breastbone towards the ceiling. Rotate it up. If your arm is reaching overhead, you're going to get more lat stretch involved in this stretch than if your arm is directly up to the ceiling. So try and reach it up and over. Whew. Other leg. Bend one in. Reach up and over. I know my heart rate got up there. I got a little sweaty. Just a little sweaty. And I certainly hope you got a little sweaty with me. And turn. And we'll open that chest to the ceiling. Okay, keep those legs bent. Reach up and over again. And this time, pull the stomach back and up as you round the back and transition to the other side. And come up, and we'll do it again. reach around, over. Also take a hand to the side, around, over and up. One more. Good. Let's do a little hamstring and hip flexor stretching. So once again, if you need extra padding under your knees, this is the time to do it. You're going to have one knee bent, the other one forward in a lunge. Good, and I want to make sure that your front knee never bypasses your ankle. So holding it here. Straighten that front leg, round that nose towards your knee. Pull that stomach away from your thigh to get a little extra stretch, and then shift it forward again. The more you can lift the same side as the leg that's back behind you, if you can lift that waist even more, you'll get a deeper stretch in the hip flexor. Reach it back. One more. You can even sit upright as much as you can. Hold on to something if you have something you can hold. Shift back. And switch. Bring your other leg forward, mindful of your knee over ankle. Stomach is strong, so your low back is long and the stretch is really in the hip flexor. If you're collapsing in the low back, your hip flexor, it's just going to kind of bypass the hip flexor stretch. So keep the stomach strong and elongate that opposite waist, that right waist. And press. One more. Press. Okay. We're going to go into essentially a downward dog. We're going to work our way to standing to finish. So tuck those toes under behind you and straighten those legs as much as you can. Take a moment here. And now, and granted, everyone's flexibility is different, but the goal is to keep your hands down to the mat and pull the stomach into your spine, into the ceiling so much you can walk your legs in. It's kind of reminiscent of elephant on the reformer. You're trying to pull the stomach in. Maybe you only get one step in with your legs. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever works for your body, but the driving force is that pull in through the stomach, curling the tailbone under, trying to get that stomach to the ceiling to create the space. Now, squeeze the booty, pull the stomach to your spine to support your back, and roll up to standing. And roll those shoulders up and back 3 times. You are done. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the class, and hopefully I'll see you the next time. Happy Tuesday.